Hi scholars, welcome back. Miss Luna here, and today for Read Aloud, we are going to be reading the story Beware of the Bears. So, all last week and this week, we've been reading what kind of books? That's right, we've been reading fairy tales. But today, we're reading a different kind of fairy tale. Stay so cool! Yeah, so this is a modern day fairy tale. That's right, a modern day fairy tale. So modern day fairy tales are fairy tales that we changed up so it takes place now, not a long time ago. All right, I'm gonna do it one time before we say it all together. Got it? All right, so modern day fairy tales are fairy tales that we changed up so it takes place now, not a long time ago. Awesome. Now I want us to all say it together. Get ready. Modern day fairy tale chant. Get ready, go. Modern day fairy tales are fairy tales that we change up so it takes place now, not a long time ago. Awesome. So today we are going to be looking at the different characteristics of a modern day fairy tale and a fairy tale. Because we know the characteristics of a fairy tale are that they begin with once upon a time, have good and evil characters, have a happy ending, they always have a problem, and they have events that occur in threes. Got it? All right, so let's start reading. Beware of the Bears. When the three bears saw what Goldilocks had done to their little cottage, they were hopping mad. Their porridge eaten, chairs broken, beds bounced on. Go after her! Find out where she lives, ordered Daddy Bear. Oh, scholars, I'm going to pause this really quickly, and I have a question. So start thinking. What fairy tale is this book based off of? What fairy tale is this book based off of? And when you have your answer, you can go ahead and shout it out. That's right. It's from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Give yourself a pat on the back if you said that. Awesome job. All right, let's keep on reading. Baby Bear jumped on his scooter and sped after Goldilocks. In no time at all, he was back. She lives on the far side of the forest, panted Baby Bear. And what's more, she's gone out and left the door unlocked. Good, said Mommy Bear. What are we waiting for? Let's see how she likes having uninvited guests. Baby Bear led the way through the forest to Goldilocks' cottage. The door was unlocked, just as he said. On the breakfast table were several open boxes. This isn't porridge, sniffed Mommy Bear. Baby Bear read the labels. Wheatos, Munchflakes, and Puffos. Sounds all right to me, said Daddy Bear. Pour away, baby-o. These Wheatos are too sweet, said Daddy Bear. These Munchflakes are too noisy, said Mommy Bear. But these Puffos are just right, said Baby Bear, aiming a spoonful toward Daddy Bear. The Puffo pops hit Daddy Bear in the eye. He launched a spoonful of Wheatos. They splattered all over Mommy Bear's best blouse. Soon cereal was flying left and right until the floors, the walls, and the ceiling were dripping with brown goo. So, scholars, I'm going to pause this really quickly because I want to ask us another question. So, right now, start thinking in your head. Is this a traditional fairy tale or a modern day fairy tale? And how do you know? Is this a traditional fairy tale or a modern day fairy tale? And how do you know? Taking a couple of seconds to think to yourselves, what kind of fairy tale is it and how do you know? All right, and if you have your answer, you can go ahead and shout it out. Yeah, so this is a modern day fairy tale. And we know that because in the beginning we said that this was based off the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And we know that's a modern day fairy tale because they're changing it up. Now the Three Bears are coming back so they can do the same exact thing to Goldilocks' house as what she did to their house. And we know that because in the text it says, "These Weedos are too sweet," said Daddy Bear. "These Munch Flakes are too noisy," said Mommy Bear. "But these Puffo Pops are just right," said Baby Bear, aiming a spoonful toward Daddy Bear. Just like what Goldilocks was doing in the Three Bears' house when she was eating their porridge. Awesome job. All right, let's keep on reading. Then Baby Bear turned on the radio. "Let's dance," he squealed. Mommy and Daddy Bear tangled on the table. "This table's too slippy," said Daddy Bear. They did the cha-cha around the curtains. "These curtains are too rippy," said Mommy Bear. "But this sofa's just right," squeaked Baby Bear. So they all jumped on the sofa and did the bossa nova until they went right through it. Next, the Three Bears went upstairs. There were lots of things to try in the bathroom. "This shaving cream's too creamy," grumbled Daddy Bear. "This toothpaste's too minty," gargled Mommy Bear. "But this bubble bath is just right," cried Baby Bear from beneath a mountain of suds. "All right, here we come," said Mommy Bear. Splash! They had a wonderful time splashing in the bath. Once they were clean and the bathroom a mess, they moved on to the bedroom. "These pajamas are too tight," said Daddy Bear, bursting the buttons. "This mattress is too lumpy," said Mommy Bear, bouncing up and down. "But these pillows are just right," said Baby Bear. "Just right for a pillow fight." Oh, scholars, right now I want you to start thinking in your head. Start thinking, why is it important that the third thing is always just right? Why is it important that the third thing is always just right? Taking a couple more seconds to think about your answer. All right, and if you have your answer, you can go ahead and shout it out. Yeah, so it's important that the third thing is always just right because we know that one of the characteristics of a fairy tale is that they have events that occur in threes. Awesome job, scholars. Awesome. Let's keep on reading. Baby Bear biffed Mommy Bear. Mommy Bear whacked Daddy Bear. Pillows split open, filling the room with clouds of feathers. Suddenly, Daddy Bear stopped. "Listen," he said. "I hear someone." Quietly, the Three Bears crept downstairs. Goldilocks was in the kitchen. Daddy Bear, Mommy Bear, and Baby Bear gleefully spied on her from behind the door. Goldilocks gasped when she saw all the cereal splattered all over the walls. Her eyes grew large when she saw the ripped curtains and the gigantic hole in the sofa. She whistled when she saw the flooded bathroom decorated with shaving foam and toothpaste. Next, Goldilocks went into the bedroom. She stared open-mouthed at the broken bed covered with feathers. Then the Three Bears jumped out from behind the door. "Surprise!" they shouted. We thought we'd pay you a visit, said Mommy Bear. Goldilocks looked at them, then looked back at the room. And to the bear's astonishment, she threw back her head and laughed until her hair shook like golden springs. What's so funny? Asked Mommy Bear. Aren't you mad at what we done? Added Daddy Bear. This isn't my house, giggled Goldilocks. But it must be, said Baby Bear. I saw you go in. Oh, that? Said Goldilocks. The door was open, so I thought I'd look around. I'm always sneaking into other people's houses. I only came back because I left my teddy bear behind. Then if it's not your house, whose house is it? Asked Daddy Bear. Oh, help! Squeaked Baby Bear, looking out the window. Beware of the big bad wolf. The end. All right, scholars, so we just read Beware of the Bears, and we know that this is a modern day fairy tale. And we know that modern day fairy tales are fairy tales that we change up so it takes place now, not a long time ago. Awesome, let's do it one more time. Modern day fairy tale chant, get ready, go. Modern day fairy tales are fairy tales that we change up so what happens now, not a long time ago. Awesome. So scholars, before we finish our read aloud today, just like we've been doing every single day, I want you guys to answer this question. You can either shout it out to someone who's near you, or you can write it down on a piece of paper. I want you to answer this question. How do we know that this is a modern day fairy tale? How do we know that this is a modern day fairy tale? And just like you should always be doing with your answers, you should be answering it in a full, complete race response. So by restating the question, answering the question, citing your evidence, and then explaining your evidence. Got it? How do we know that this is a modern day fairy tale? All right, scholars, thank you for coming and listening to our story today. I can't wait for you guys to come back tomorrow so you can see what story we're reading. Bye!